Hello and welcome. Find yourself in a comfortable position, whether you're seated or laying down. Make sure that your hips are elevated above your knees or you have something soft underneath your knees. We want the hip flexors to feel nice and supple. We want to be able to feel held by the ground so that we can relax and go deeper into our meditation practice today. As you feel comfortable and relaxed with your physical setup, go ahead and take a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out of your mouth. You can make any movements or motions that you need, stretching, yawning, sighing, taking another inhale in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. One more inhale in through the nose. And with this exhale, go ahead and soften your gaze or close your eyes. Again, whatever feels the most comfortable for you right now. Allowing the breath to continue flowing in and out very naturally. Seeing how the attention to the breath will slowly begin to extend it. Attention to the breath will allow you to deepen the breath, allows you to calm the nervous system, landing in this moment right now, present with yourself and what is happening in your inner and outer world. You may hear sounds externally that could potentially distract you from your breath. You may have thoughts that may also distract you from your breath. Anything that happens is okay, as long as you acknowledge it and then bring yourself back to the breath or the sound of my voice or the sound of the singing bowls. That is the practice of meditation, the coming back to self, coming back to you, coming back to your center. No matter what happens, no matter how many times you may falter. With each exhale, imagine that your body is getting softer. The ground or the chair is holding you up. You don't have to do anything. Breathing is a natural process, so you don't even have to think about doing that. Just allow yourself to be supported physically and supported by the breath. You may even do a body scan from the top of your head, down to the tips of your toes. Seeing if there is any place where you might be holding on to residual tension. Taking a loving, nourishing breath into that space, and with the exhale, allowing a softening, a release. And as you complete this body scan, this softening, this allowing yourself to be supported, imagine a bright light growing from your heart space. This light is your guide. It is your passion. It is your bridge to expressing yourself and your truth, sharing that with the world. It is a safe space. It is a stable space. It is a loving space. It is an infinite space. And it is always with you, always accessible, always shareable. Now I'd like you to bring to mind something that you're scared of, something that brings fear. Not like a monster under the bed fear, like I really want to do this thing, but I'm scared of being judged type of fear. What happens if I fail type of fear. What happens if I succeed type of fear. I don't even know what will happen type of fear. Bring something like that to mind. And looking at this fear, let's personify it. What does this fear look like if it were a human or an animal? Maybe it is just a blob. Maybe it's something really sharp and pokey. Maybe it moves really fast, or maybe it moves really slow. Maybe it's really large and takes up a lot of space inside of you. Maybe it's really small. But see your fear as a sort of living thing. Recognize it for what it is. Hey, fear, how are you? What's going on today? Fear is part of the ego's way of protecting us, making sure that we survive in life. Sometimes it's helpful, and sometimes the type of fear that we experience doesn't actually serve us that well. And this type of fear is that it's not really serving us that well. It's very hard to actualize your purpose if you are paralyzed in this type of fear. So let's befriend our fear. Let's take our fear by the hand. Say, thank you so much for doing your job, for trying to protect me. But I've got it. We're okay. Everything is good, safe, stable. Here, let me show you. And take your fear, sit it down next to you in front of a screen. And on this screen, you're going to project as many instances as you can think of where you have leaned into the unknown and succeeded, where your life has turned out just fine or better than you anticipated because you did this thing that you were scared of. Show your fear that it's okay. That by following your heart and actualizing your purpose, everything will be fine. Show your fear when you expressed yourself and you felt empowered. Show your fear when you led something and it turned out great. You got positive feedback. Any instance you can think of. And this process is not just meant to calm your fears, it's also meant to give you confidence. You lean into the unknown all the time. And you've survived every time. And maybe it's uncomfortable, and maybe it's difficult, but you did it. You did it anyway. Maybe after this viewing, your fear is a little smaller. And even if it's not, that's okay. I invite you now to take your fear, give it a hug. Again, thanking it for doing its job. And let it know that you have a safe place for it to reside. Because fear will always be with us. Even the most successful people in the world have fear. Fear, however, is not driving their car. It's maybe buckled up in the back seat. So take your fear and bring to mind the light that is in your heart space. You're going to put your fear in your heart space pocket, letting it know it's safe there, it's stable there, there's love there, it's okay. Changing your relationship to your fear is what will help you move forward in life. Move towards your big dreams. Move towards a career transition. Move towards the unknown. Most feelings like that just need to be acknowledged. And once they are, the power, control that they once had over you lessens. You have the power and control. And with your fear residing in this heart space pocket, imagine that the light inside of you is growing bigger. Bigger and bigger and bigger. Until your physical body can no longer hold it. This light expands past the barrier of your physical being and out into the world. You have no choice now but to move forward, but to share, but to actualize your purpose. It's already been done. With fear in tow. You are supported. And you are rewarded in doing so. Take one hand and then the other, placing it over top of your heart. Feeling your heart beating underneath your hands. Feeling your heart being acknowledged by your hands. Taking 3 deep breaths into this space, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can allow your arms to fall wherever they may, making any movements that you need to start coming back into the space and the world around you. And as you feel ready, you can begin to blink your eyes back open, seeing this external reality that we all play such an important part in. Thank you so much. Thank you from me to you. And thank you from you to you. Your body, your mind, your emotions, your heart and soul are all that much better for participating in this practice.